Oregonian, it's hard to meet a pheasant. I might grow me a gut like my dad. My folks want grandkids really bad. So baby, do you wanna be a texting them. Just a couple reparations that I factor in. We saw under a J or the AG. I wanna start and get down. A lot of rain in my life I found. So please shut the pipe down. I need that.
From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Today, Week 12 of the NFL season is upon us, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Cleveland Browns taking on the Miami Dolphins. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Nice little juke. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And they go play action. Here's Walker. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete. You look at this Browns defense. This unit, they've struggled a little bit against the pass, ranked number 21 in the league.
What they lack in pass defense, they do make up for in run defense. They're a top 10 unit against some people trying to move the ball on the ground. But this is a passing league, so there's the conundrum for them. How do they get better defending the pass?
And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. The Dolphins at 2-8 now in the year. And they come into this one knowing it's been a while since they've had a W. They have dropped 4 in a row.
Let me tell you, when you go a month, partner, in this league, without a victory, it gets tough to come to work every day. And in addition, you start to wonder about your job security as well.
So offense moving a little too slow there, could not get set, and they get the penalty. That flag, that'll push him back 5. The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Achane on the counter. And he'll be stopped at the 46, gain of 3.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good 1st down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on 1st down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
To throw is Walker. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. It'll go as a loss of 3 on the sack, and it brings up 3rd down.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now?
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game. But they must like.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. They'll make that a 2nd sack here on their first drive out defensively, and not to get ahead of ourselves, but they're on pace for double-digit sacks at this point.
Well, they're going to have to find a way to tamp that down, aren't they? So if you're the play caller, you're telling your quarterback maybe some screen.
Taking it right down Broadway. Jalen Waddle with his 13th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
180! Point it right. What's up?
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. When you look at this defense, they sit at number 20 in the NFL right now against the run.
Well, there wasn't anything wrong with them on that play, was there? Able to make a nice stop, held them to no gain. The key to their defense, though, is exactly what the defensive coordinator told you and I. They've got to be consistent.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
From the gun, Mayfield. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. He needed a yard. That's exactly what he got. Earns him a new set of downs.
3rd and 1. Who are you going to call? Not the scat back. You go with the big man. Hand him the ball and let him get upfield and pick up a 1st down.
Mayfield on play action. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops and escape this drive.
Room to maneuver at the 35. And finally, wrestled down at the 11. A gain of 32 that time.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete.
I can assure you, setting up a screen is much more difficult than it appears. It requires excellent timing from everyone on the offense, and a defense's #1 goal is to throw that timing off.
The broken tackle could not free him as he's brought down at the 10-yard line. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Mayfield to throw it this time. He'll swing this out to Judkins. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Quinshon Judkins with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Browns are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Oh, what a move. And a decent return out to the 26. Yard line.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent offer a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's a 2nd down and 9. Now Walker. He finds his man, complete. It's Strickland. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a 1st down.
I know this may be jumping the gun a little bit, but 7-7, they're flinging it around like crazy. Look at the drive that's going on here. Partner, we may have to start thinking about one of these defenses just holding someone to a field goal and maybe trying to get an advantage that way.
Now Achane on 1st and 10. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
Walker. Complete to right. Fights through, and now a crease. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this 1st quarter. These two teams all tied after 1. Walker now. They'll swing this out wide. Here's Achane. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Okay, ready? Here we go, shot.
Operating from the gun, Walker. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
That was a difficult catch, and I admire the fact that he actually caught the football, worked so hard to get his feet down in bounds, tried to do the toe tap. Look, my dad's an accomplished tap dancer. I'm not sure he would have gotten his feet in on that one.
Is he really?
Yeah, that he is.
How about that? What about young Davis?
No, it did not. It did not cross.
It didn't carry over.
No, it stopped right there.
Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
The 13-yard line.
Here's a toss left for Achane. And here he'll get it down to the 7. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A lot of people call the toss a probing play, to see what they can get against the defense, to see how they adjust and react. Their probing's working pretty well. That was a very nice run.
4 yards to go on 2nd down from the 7. From the shotgun, it's Walker. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. Now throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
I think there he had to come off of his primary receiver in a big way, just trying to get it to a secondary guy, unable to get that play completed.
Checked down, but didn't even have enough time to do that. Incomplete. The Dolphins on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 4. Out of the gun, here's a give Eddie Chan. And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this third down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
Carlson able to put this one through, and the Dolphins have taken the lead. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Cleveland offense ready to go. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
On the zone read, this is Judkins. And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. Here's Mayfield. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the Browns first down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Throwing, Mayfield. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
They'll run for the gun. It's Judkins. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great. Because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
Hey, alert 33. Up. Stop.
Mayfield off the play fake. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Kenneth Grant. What an effort from him on that play. Big tackle for a loss of 11. Mayfield and this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack. On the draw, it's Judkins. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry, but it's not enough. And it'll be 4th down. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. But that's always a risk on those longer kicks. You have to drive it low to get it there. That opened the door for a better chance for the defense to get a hand on it, and that's just what we saw there.
And even if the odds increase a little bit because it's a longer field goal attempt, it's still difficult to get hands on the football and create a block. Big-time excitement for that unit, getting through and knocking that one away.
Walker now, throwing to start the drive. He finds his man, complete. It's Strickland. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
On second and 10, Walker. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining. The Browns drive about to get started. Last time they had a little bit of a special teams breakdown. That field goal was blocked.
Yeah, and everything has to be precise in the kicking game. Snap, hold, kick. Obviously the blocking to keep people out. So what you really want to do is get in there and get 6 points and take the pressure off of those guys. Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. That's out to Hill, right side complete. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. A completion, yes, but certainly not what they wanted. A loss of a full 6 yards.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. He'll find his man. That's the rookie from Notre Dame. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Here is 3rd down and 4. And again, it's Mayfield. That one complete to Hill. And he is going to have the Browns first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. And this throw will be intercepted. And the Dolphins are going to have this short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. And the head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield, a really nice pickup.
To throw again on 2nd down, Walker. He'll dump this off to Achane. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11.
First down. First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. 19 up.
Operating from the gun, Walker. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. So from inside the 20, here's first and 10 at the 18. And working out of the gun here, Walker. Now he's going to step up and run. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
And here you're down in the red zone. You need to be smart, not force anything. So that's a wise decision to just get rid of the football.
To throw once more on second and 10. Walker to the right side and intercepted. Picked up by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. And the Browns are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they'll begin inside their own 10, so field position certainly not in their favor here. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. A good, tight football game thus far. 10-7 the score as we resume action on EA Sports. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, first and 10 at their own 23. On the ground, it's Judkins to start the drive. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
That's good for a Browns first down. First and 10 at the 47.
Once again, Judkins. And somehow he's going to get a yard out of this as he fought through that first contact. It's second down.
It went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Mayfield now. Pass caught by Fannin. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 31-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Hill. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Tyreek Hill, 30 yards. And the Browns have taken the lead here this third quarter. Koo able to connect on the extra point. And the lead is now 14-10. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
First and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
2 yards the loss, second and 12.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half. And that trend is continuing here.
Now Walker from the gun, he'll throw. He'll find a man over the middle. It's Pittman. So the completion good for 6 yards. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. He has now hit number 500. Charles, that is his 500th NFL career catch.
Definitely worthy of applause, but I remember when 500 meant you were going to the Hall of Fame. Nowadays, in today's football, 500 puts you on the path, a significant number.
He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. The Dolphins will send out the punter now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. That'll be a 50-yard punt with 8 on the return. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
Man, confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
At the 26-yard line.
Mayfield knocks this forward. It's a jet sweep. And it pushes way forward to about the 32. It'll be a gain of 7, and they get it back to a 3rd and 3.
And a lot of times, these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
Mayfield. Open man, the tight end Fannin. And he is going to have a Browns first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
It's a gain of 6. And the Browns first down.
Hey, alert, 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 alert.
Mayfield to throw it. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And he makes it all the way down to the 19. A big play that time for Cleveland. 43 yards. And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him now over 3,000 yards passing on the campaign.
And Brandon, I think we have to start to think about where we are in the season, because right now, 4,000 is not out of the question. I think a big game or two, he's certainly capable of getting that done.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
First down. First and goal, Cleveland.
And they'll send the tight end in motion. Now Mayfield. It's a slant to Hill. And they get him down at the 1. He had the broken tackle, but ultimately could not get into the end zone. Nice gain of 8 that time, but it's 2nd and goal. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. And that's going to be caught for the Browns. Touchdown. Harold Fannin, his first touchdown on the year. And the Browns add 6 to their lead.
The kick is good.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that makes it a 21-10 game. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
31-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out when they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 37-yard line.
To throw is Walker. Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Strickland. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49.
First and 10.
The Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11. Now Walker. And the Browns pressure, gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. They'll let this go deep for Waddle. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Play action now. Walker. Throw left side complete. That's Strickland.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And this Browns defense stands tall. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They'll start on the ground with Judkins. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the 3rd quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them. Melt the clock down.
There he goes, right side. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Tyreek Hill with career touchdown number 125, moving him into a tie with Walter Payton on the all-time list. And the Browns are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Crew able to connect on the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30. Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Walker. He'll get this one to Pittman. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now in Miami. It's Dolphin football, but they trail here as we get set for the 4th. From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and a yard.
Here we go.
A run straight ahead with Achane. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's a give to right. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13.
70, Warriors 70, 60 Bison, 60.
Walker now. Right side complete. That's Woods. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
It's a gain of 8.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. And this one is incomplete. The Dolphins can't convert on fourth down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The Browns drive about to get started. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out. I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. And this offense on third down today, they have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. Here's Mayfield. A loss of 8 on the play, and it brings up 4th. Here's J.K. Scott now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. Waddle now to return it. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And it'll be Dolphin football.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
And the Dolphins, first down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Come on, set. 6, mega. Ready?
Now this time he'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. That is incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Ready?
Operating from the gun. Heller. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A gain there of 21 yards.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
60 red.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Great move, but still wrangled before reaching the 20. Now 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 21-yard line.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And this throw incomplete. The defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a
Touchdown, Dolphins! Michael Pittman from 21 yards away. And the Dolphins have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you've kept them out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
To throw, Mayfield. And this one's going to sail on him a bit, and it's incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And now another one thrown incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Very good return that time. 18 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10.
At their own 45-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And it's 2nd down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the Browns' 48.
Looking to throw. Heller. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. The 20. 5. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. A great effort there. 48 yards. And the Dolphins have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
Close. Ready.
Lining up for a 2-point conversion.
They're going to keep it on the ground. But he will not get in here. He's stopped up short of the goal line, and this will remain a 5-point game.
23.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
The Browns take over 1st and 10.
The Browns drive about to get started. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs, and the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. 45 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. And in this situation with a lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Over the middle, complete. That's Hill. There he goes again. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Tyreek Hill with career touchdown number 126, the same number Jim Brown had during his 9-year career. And the Browns look like they're about to put an end to their 2-game losing streak as they add on to their lead. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, you know, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete.
Here we go. Set.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down.
The frustration is definitely setting in because they've thrown it to him over and over, unable to come up with a catch thus far.
I think he knew he would have his challenges against his secondary. I don't think he saw a goose egg at this point in the game. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw, trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
Come on, set. 30. Ready.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Dolphins can't convert on fourth down. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. On first down, here's Jenkins. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. They'll stay on the ground with Jenkins. About 3 yards there to the 27. And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. This offense so far on third down, they've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Jenkins going to run it out of the gun. And now here comes the third of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. True knocks this one through the post. So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. This is 1st and 10.
Here we go. Black. Next.
Throwing to start the drive. Heller. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. And looked like some movement there. Let's get the call. And maybe they were coming with a blitz that time and it caused a jump.
I think if we saw it, you know that they saw it. Might have been a little discussion down there. Bad guys coming. Pick them up. Pick them up.
Here we go.
And someone jumped.
Yellow. Green jack.
Back to throw. Heller. And right with it here over the middle. And he's got a first down there after a gain of about 12 as the clock will stop right now for the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
Let's go now. Set.
They'll look to throw here on first down. He's going to air one out. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And the Browns are going to take over here up near the 40. And we'll see if the defense wants to stop it as they take the knee. Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And, Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. Just have to do it a little bit better, a little cleaner.